Hello, I'm Cheryl Hawkins. Welcome to Solutions, the show that highlights the incredible work that nonprofits do every day to find solutions to problems in our communities. On this edition of Solutions, we're here on location in Gaithersburg, Maryland at the Animal Welfare League of Montgomery County. Come on, let's go inside and meet the all-volunteer staff. And joining me now here at the shelter is Nona Silver and Harold DeWeese. Nona, let's talk with you.
Okay.
So you've been here since the very beginning of this beautiful shelter. Tell us how it got started.
Well, we're actually having our 20th anniversary right now. It started 20 years ago when we started the Animal Welfare League of Montgomery County. We had a little shelter across the street the street's not even the same anymore. But it was shut, so we decided, 30 people who were volunteers said, oh, I think I really want a shelter. We missed not having that. So we met over in Leisure World, and we sat around a table and designed a whole thing, picked out a name. Everybody volunteered. There was a girl who was taking classes, and she was going to be a lawyer, so she did the 501c3. Everybody had something to do, and we started it, and we were in the air park for 5 years in a storefront, and we really got ourselves, comfortable. And we had a new president who says, let's get a bigger place, our main place. And she found a realtor who would look for us, and they found this place. The lady who owns this property loves cats. She's been very, very kind to us. And we've been here, I think, going on 15 years.
Wow.
So, and there's such a need here for people who want to have to surrender their cats. And of course, in 20 years, the reasons are different, and we go through highs and lows. And right now, we're at a point where we're constantly bringing in cats because people can no longer take care of them for financial reasons. Oftentimes, somebody will pass away, and we get a lot of elderly cats that way, which we don't have a problem adopting out. So, and that's kind of what our background is.
Mm-hmm. Now, why don't you have a problem adopting out elder cats? Is it because they're settled?
Well, as a cat ages, they get more, you really know who they are. Kittens, you never know what they're going to be like. But when a cat ages, they love to be on your lap. They like to be sitting with you. My whole thing is I love to find a senior person and put a senior cat in their home because they have something to get up for in the morning. They don't lay in bed all day. They get up, they feed the cat, they eat their meals with the cat, they watch TV with the cat, and then at night they go to bed with the cat. Mm-hmm. And it's it's a healthy thing for both of them.
I'm looking at you and I see you glowing when you talk about that. It's wonderful what you're doing, helping people find comfort and peace, especially later in life. So tell me what's unique about here. The fact that it's a house is unique.
It's a house. People are always surprised, when they come in, they say, oh, it smells so good in here because, we're used to, we have special units in here that keep the air flowing. We put the floors in and everything. What's unique about it is that most of the cats are not in cages. They come in usually for a week. We make sure that they're not coughing, sneezing. They don't have anything, coming out that we don't know about. And after they're accustomed to it, then they're a floor cat in a room. So they have furniture, and any cat who gets sick, we take care of them. They go to the veterinarian. They get all the care they need. They may need dentistry. They may need anything else that comes up that we find. We take care of them. And in the 20 years, I think we've adopted every cat we've ever had here. Oh, wow. And there's some of them last 1 or 2 or 3 years. Yeah, come back. But they eventually find a home. And those are the cats who find their person they want. And it's unique because we are a no-kill shelter. We're all volunteer. Nobody is paid. People mow the lawn, They do the flowers, they do everything. Everything is all volunteer.
A no-kill shelter.
No-kill shelter.
That means a cat that comes here will never be put down.
The only time that a cat would ever be put down is if they had, say, an incurable cancer, that their life was not comfortable for them, and we actually have a situation where we meet 2 or 3 people and with the veterinarian, and we make that decision. And I can't remember more than 2 or 3 times where we really had that situation, but it's a humane thing to do.
Yeah.
So
absolutely.
Yeah, and that would be it.
So I have another question for you as a nonprofit. First, how many people are working here? And I have to say, these people are volunteers.
Yes.
How many people work here as volunteers?
Okay, so this is an interesting thing because our volunteer number is a little over 100. That we have people on paper is hundreds. Wow. Some people, they do everything. Some people just work from home. They do computer things. They do all kinds of things. We have great young people who do all the TikTok and all those things. But we also have, on a daily basis, we have 3 crews a day, 7 days a week. It doesn't matter if it's a holiday or not. They come morning, noon, and evening. They're fed, they're cleaned, they're played with. The afternoon crew is an enrichment group, and they particularly are so important to us because they work a lot with the brand new kitties who come in and show the comfort to them so that they can be rehomed again. So I would say on a weekly basis, we have over 70 people coming through this building. Wow. And volunteering. We have young kids, not young, kids in college, mm-hmm. and we have very senior citizens coming through. Mm-hmm.
So you have expenses here. How do you stay afloat financially?
Everything is by donations. We work very, very hard getting donations for different parts of our whole thing, especially when a cat gets sick. We look out to everybody, and everybody seems to always push forward and mm-hmm. they donate. But we are always asking people in Montgomery County to remember us when they're giving they're doing their bills on a week. If they would like to do us once a month, we would love to have that. We'll show you our address and everything. That would be our favorite thing to do, is be able to have. We haven't done that so far, mm-hmm. but that's one of the things we're looking at really carefully, is to have money coming in. This is a very tough time for us right now. Yeah. Everybody's going through this. We're just like one of the many people who need money, and so that's the whole thing.
Well, you deserve every penny that comes through here. You're an angel.
Thank you so much.
Animals. That's
Thanks
fantastic.
So
and Harold, you handle the intake here at the shelter. Tell me, is there an age limit for accepting cats here?
We divide them into 2 categories: kittens and cats. The cats, we like to have them at least 1 year old and no older than 12. That helps assimilate them into the shelter, as well as finding mm-hmm. them a forever home. Mm-hmm. We do on occasion take in senior cats. Either they're returning cats, or if someone is in dire need to surrender an older cat, we will take that. Okay. And we make special arrangements with some of the retirement communities in the area when we have an older cat. Mm-hmm. Kittens, we like to have them between 4 weeks and 5 weeks after they're weaned. Mm-hmm. They go into foster care, and they stay in foster care until they're adopted. Okay.
And so what about health issues of cats being surrendered?
We like to have healthy cats. Okay, everybody does. On occasion, we do have cats with special needs, and we do meet those needs. Okay. Through either donations, or when the cat is surrendered, the individual will surrender food and stuff for the cat. We have 13 requirements that we have for all the cats that come into the shelter, and I would say it's a veterinarian type of thing that mm-hmm. all cats should have to come in, and we like to keep them up to date on their immunizations and things mm-hmm. of that nature. So we ensure that when the cat comes in, they're fully healthy. Okay. If the cat does get sick, as Nona mentioned, we do have a cat board, cat health board, where it's noted, and then Cat Health comes in and takes care of that.
Oh, nice. Very nice. So about how many cats does your intake team take in a year, and do all of the cats come from Montgomery County?
We are primarily from Montgomery County. We will take cats from other shelters when they get overflowed, and we have a network with all the counties in the area, including Friends of Frederick up in Frederick. But most of our cats come right now from surrenders. Right now, to date, we've had 157 requests for cats to be surrendered that we're processing. They've come through, some have been adopted, some have been given to relatives. They submit the application, but then they find somebody else that would like to have them.
Oh, fantastic. So what are some of the reasons why, I know there are kinds of reasons why people want to surrender?
It seems to be the primary reason is allergies. People will adopt a cat and they don't realize they have an allergy.
Oh, they have an allergy.
They have an allergy. Yeah, the cat doesn't have an allergy, no. They do. But
wow.
allergies seem to be a primary one. People who have newborn babies tend to want to give up their cats for various reasons. Either the cat is bothering the baby, or toddlers are a cat's worst enemy. Kitty, kitty, and the cat's all here.
Right.
And we do have some family reasons for people, medical and personal.
So how can the community support you so you can help even more cats?
Community support for us is very important because we are an all-volunteer and we live on donations. So the community, would support us. One of our primary fundraisers is the Combined Federal Campaign, but with the government shutdown, that pipeline has been severely stopped.
Yeah.
By now, I should have had at least 2 events to attend, but they're not.
Yeah.
So I would say donations and awareness that we're here to help any and all cats. Our primary mission is to find a cat a happy home.
Yeah.
And that we do. And we keep a cat until it gets adopted. We've had cats in the shelter that have been up to 3 years, 3.5 years here in the shelter. And when that right person comes in, the cat knows it and the person knows it.
Yeah.
We even have a 17-year-old that came into us as 13.
Oh, wow.
And found a nice lady that wanted it. And Mr. Whiskers is now, I'm sorry, they changed his name. I can't remember what it is. But he's now 17 years old. He's thriving well. So.
Wow. Does a cat care if you change its name?
No, not necessarily, no.
All right. Well, thank you so much,
You're
Nolan
welcome.
Harold. This is wonderful work that you do for the community. Thank you
You're
for
so
being a
sweet.
solution.
Thank you for coming. We really
Yes.
appreciate that.
Yeah. So we're going to take a short break and be right back with more solutions. Stay with us. We're back at the Animal Welfare League of Montgomery County in Gaithersburg, Maryland. And joining me now is Edna Josell and Linda Ettinger. Edna handles adoptions here at the League, and Linda does foster care. So let's start with you, Edna. Let's talk about the situation here at the house now. How many animals are living here now?
Currently this week we have 7 cats in the shelter. It changes sometimes day by day or week by week. We have 5 rooms and we can accommodate between 15 and 20. We do have many cats in foster as well. They go into foster before coming into our shelter. And we have quite a few kittens, I think between 15 and 20 in foster care. Our kittens do not reside at the shelter. They are always with a foster so they can have somebody 24/7.
Okay. So do you adopt out cats for indoors only?
We really make a point of finding out where an applicant intends to keep a cat. We do not want our kitties to go outside. It's just too dangerous. Coyotes, traffic, foxes, many reasons not to keep a cat outside or let the cat outside. We insist that our applicants keep their cats 100% indoors.
So let's talk about what you're looking for in an adopter. What kind of things do you want to know?
Well, our application process involves calling references, a veterinarian, and we ask for 2 personal references. If we call a veterinarian, we really want to find out how a current pet or past pets have been treated, if they have received regular vet care, annual vaccines, annual examinations. We do try to be flexible. Sometimes things happen, life happens. You know, during COVID, we had to be very flexible. People could not go to the vet at that point in time. We ask references to describe the individual or the family. And we try to find cats that are suitable for certain households, whether somebody might be a little older, somebody might have children. So not every cat can go to, you know, every household. It has to be appropriate.
So when you mentioned children, what is it about children that you need to know before you let a cat go there?
It's interesting because we do get cats here that have been surrendered to us where people have said, you know, they just don't do well with children. And some cats are like that. If they haven't been exposed to a child, children for cats, if they're very little, can seem like a completely different species. They walk quickly, they have higher voices. So some cats really have a problem with that. So what we do is when we do have applicants with children, we always require that people bring their children in. All the family members have to come in and spend time with a cat. We want to make sure that everybody's on board and that the interaction is a good one.
So that interaction, you're looking at the cat, how the cat is reacting to them and the people.
Absolutely. It's in both ways because we want the cat to be happy.
Yeah.
We want the people to be happy because we don't want to get a phone call two weeks later, listen, it's just not working out. So we really, really try to make sure that things are, both sides are suited to one another.
So that process, can a family come in, identify a cat that they kind of like, fill out the application and take that cat home the same day?
No, unfortunately, it does take a little bit of time. People can come in during an open house and say, I love this cat. And then we say, okay, great. You know, our application's online, just fill it out, submit it. We go through the whole process and then they can come back and adopt the cat.
And what if people, you know, cat and kitten sometimes are so cute and cuddly, and people say, I want to give this kitten to somebody as a gift. Can they do that? Do you allow that?
Absolutely not, because first of all, the person getting the gift, they may not want the cat.
Right.
And then, you know, again, we have to go through that whole process of meeting the applicant, having the applicant come in, making sure it's a good interaction. So definitely not as a gift. It's not a good idea.
Great. And Linda, on fostering, so all of the cats with the shelter are not here. Some of them are in foster homes.
That's right.
Like you.
Right.
So how did you get into fostering?
Actually, my son started out, we'd had cats for forever, and our last one had died a couple years before. And he was aware of the fostering program. So he happened to be living at our house briefly between college and having his own house. So he started the foster thing. And it was so nice to have a cat in the house again. I really missed that. So that's how we got started.
And so do you do long-term fostering for cats as well?
I do not. And the reason is the same reason I don't have a cat of my own, which I'd love to have, is because I want to have the freedom to travel and not feel guilty about leaving a cat alone. So, so I get my cat fix by fostering. It works out perfectly.
That's great because they are a big responsibility and there are a lot of things you have to consider.
Right. Well, yeah, you can always hire somebody to take care of them when you're gone too.
Yeah.
That's a lot of people do that. They don't never go on vacation because they have a cat.
So have you ever had a special needs cat?
I have. We've had a couple of cats come to us as fosters that had recently had surgery, so they needed some extra meds and a little more attention. We had a 3-legged cat at one point that had recently had to be amputated. And we've had some special personalities. Some cats are a little more nervous, some are hidey cats, scaredy cats, some of them are really outgoing. So yeah, little variety.
So what is that usual length of time that you'll foster?
Normally 2 weeks is the amount of time that the shelter wants the cat to be observed so that the foster at the end of that 2 weeks can give some accurate information about what's the personality. Are they afraid of kids? Do they warm up quickly? Are they really shy for a week and a half and only then do they warm up? So that's all really useful information, because sometimes if you just come to the shelter and go into the room for a few minutes, you don't get the full effect of what that cat would be like if it's in your house for a week or two or more.
So as a foster, I would imagine sometimes it's difficult. You take in a cat and you kind of get to like it, and then you have to give it away. How do you do it?
Well, since I've had quite a few fosters, I've been doing this I think for 6 years, I kind of, I'm looking for the end game where they find the right people, the cat finds the right people, the people find the right cat, and then everybody's happy families. But there is something called a foster fail, and that's when the foster decides to adopt the cat. And that happens quite a bit, actually. And that's why we need a steady stream of new fosters. And it's a great way for somebody who thinks, oh, I don't know if a cat's right for us or what kind of cat's right for us. So sometimes we get people volunteering to foster because they'd like to have that experience and find out what's a good fit for them.
So in about a year, how many cats do you think you've fostered?
In a year, it depends on how much I'm home. But if I look at the calendar, and if I have 2 weeks in a row, I volunteer. So every week we get asked, are you available? So it's not like we make a commitment that we're always available. So I would say on the average, I probably foster maybe 6 cats, maybe 8 cats a year.
Very good. And I want to reiterate, you all are volunteers doing that.
100% volunteer, yeah.
That is fantastic. Ladies, thank you so much for
You're
being
welcome.
with us.
Thanks for coming.
We're going to take one final break, and when we come back, we'll be taking a look at Chompers, the food bank here at the shelter. Stay with us.
This is no ordinary puppy. He's a canine companions for independence assistance dog in the making. Born, raised, and trained to give independence to a person with a disability. Learn how you can give independence and give a dog a job at cci.org.
For our last segment, I'm here with Marsha DeWeese. Marsha handles the Chompers, the food bank here at the shelter. Hi, Marsha.
Hi.
So tell me, how many families do you help with food for the cats over a month?
It really does vary, but I think for the past year especially, we have increased to between 60 and 80 clients coming. That's just the person who checks in at the desk. They may have 1 cat or dog, or they may have 10. So it doesn't mean how many pets we feed, it's just how many people are coming.
Okay, so you have food for cats and dogs.
We do, we do. Some people don't know that, but we're equal opportunity and we feed cats and dogs.
So what type of food do you give out?
We try to give out what they would like, not always possible, but we give out dry food and we give out wet food, canned food. So some eat wet food, some eat both, some eat one or the other. If we have what they like, then that's great. We really do try and give it. No sense giving them food that their cats or their dog's not going to eat. But if we don't, we try and work with them and say, okay, what's the next best thing? We do not do prescription food because we're not a vet and we don't want to give the wrong food to the wrong pet. But we do your typical cat and dog food, canned and dry food.
So where does the food come from that you?
It comes from a variety of places. It's donations. We rely heavily on the community. Our volunteers are very generous about sending in food. We have a wish list on our website, on our homepage with food for both, from Chewy and from Amazon, that they can have delivered right here to the shelter, so they don't have to worry about lugging it in. We also have a bin outside where we collect, and people can bring in and drop off food and other miscellaneous items. And then we really encourage, and lately we've had some good luck with pet food donation drives. getting individuals to do a drive for a birthday party. Instead of bringing a present, bring a bag of cat food.
Wow.
Or like a business, can we put a box in? So we've had some really good luck with encouraging people to do pet food donation drives. But donations.
Yeah, and so the people who come to get the food for their pets, do they have to qualify in any kind of way, or?
They do. We do have online through our website an application, and there's a couple of small rules. We let them know what we can and what we can't do, and then they fill out the application online, and it comes to my mailbox and my email, and I review it. It's for Montgomery County, and it's for financially needy people.
Okay.
We really don't check. It's not like I'm asking for financial records to make sure that you are financially needy. But when you read and you see our clients, they really are financially needy. So, and then I send them a letter, an acceptance letter, and all the instructions, and hope to see them at the next distribution.
That is such a nice thing that you all do. So do you give out any other things besides food?
Oh, we do, because when you walk out on our porch, you see people have very generously donated cat trees and beds and blankets and towels and toys and treats. And all of that goes. I mean, our primary thing is, of course, to give them food, but we, with weather permitting, we spread all of the other items out on the lawn back there, and we just tell them to go shopping.
Oh, wow.
And maybe they can't afford a new pet bed or a cat tree or a new carrier, but they can get one here. So it's really kind of fun to watch them, get things that their pet would like.
Awesome. So how can the community help support you more? You say people drop things off. Can they do it randomly, or is it a special time of the year when you're accepting?
The whole year.
Okay.
We accept the whole year. And they can either, like I said, do it through our wish list and have it delivered directly to us, or they can come by at any time. We have a drop-off bin on our back porch. If it gets full, people just kind of put it down there, and I check it frequently, pretty much like every day, and get it put away so that there's room for more. But nothing is too small and nothing's too large. If they just have 6 cans of food that their pet won't eat, we'll take those 6 cans.
Okay.
They have 6 cases, we'll take that too. So it all adds up, and it gives us a nice variety, which our clients really appreciate.
Right. So tell me once again, how often can people come? How often do you make it available? Is it a weekly thing?
I wish, but it's monthly.
Monthly, okay.
It's the second Sunday of every month from 1 to 2:30.
Okay.
And that's when we give out all of the food. We get it all ready, and people line up pretty quickly. And we have a lot of long-standing clients who still come. Plus, lately, especially in the last year, we have a lot of new clients. It's really very rewarding because they take care of each other too.
Yeah.
Some of these people who have especially been coming for a while, if they see somebody new who doesn't really, know the ropes, I see them over, come on, let's go over to the treat table, or let's go over to the miscellaneous items, or this is where you line up. So, our clients are wonderful. They really are.
And so are you. Thank you so much for
Well,
being on
thank you. I
Solutions.
appreciate you all being here and coming.
Thank you.
Thanks.
I'd like to thank everyone here at the Animal Welfare League for being my guests on this special edition of Solutions on Location. They're all wonderful volunteers, and they do great work to care for these animals. If you'd like more information about the Animal Welfare League of Montgomery County, if you would like to adopt a pet, or if you want to know how you can help, you can call them at 301-740-2511 or visit their website at awlmc.org. I'm Cheryl Hawkins. Thanks for watching, and please join us next time for more Solutions.